Welcome to the IslandStats.com football show, your weekly dose of all the action from Bermuda's top football leagues. We bring you in-depth coverage of the Premier and First Division, results, highlights, analysis, and exclusive interviews. We also keep you up to date with the latest news and developments from the Bermuda Football Association. Stay tuned for the IslandStats.com football show, your one-stop shop for everything you need to know about the beautiful game in Bermuda. Now let's join the IslandStats.com football show team. And good evening and welcome to this edition of the IslandStats.com football show. I'm your host, Earl Baston, and joining me is co-host Andrew Griffith, as well as Garrett Punchy Dill. Well, gentlemen, we've seen a total of 8 games played this weekend, 39 goals in total scored in the 2 divisions. Let me quickly run down the results from this past weekend. Yesterday, over at Bernard Park, it was North Village Rams 2, Dandytown Hornets 0. At Wellington Oval, it was St. George's Colts 4, Young Man Social Club 1. Today at Southampton Oval, it was Paget Lions 1, Hamilton Parish 1. At Police Field today, it was Devonshire Colts 1, Devonshire Cougars 2. At Bernard Park, it was Wolves 1, PHC Zebras 3. Then in the First Division over at the BAA Field today, it was Boulevard Blazers 2, Somerset Trojans 2. At Lords and St. David's, it was Crossroads 7, St. David's 2. And then up at Southampton Oval, it was Southampton Rangers 5, Vasco 3. Well, we're going to be joined at the bottom of the hour by the interim head coach of the North Village Rams, Calvin Patches Dill. So we'll leave the North Village talk. We'll leave that game with Dandytown until when he comes on, and we can elaborate a little more on that one. But let's go down to Wellington Oval yesterday, where St. George's Colts really hurt Young Man Social Club's bid to try and remain in the Premier Division by beating them 4-1. St. George's moved up to 4th place in the standings. Social Club still 3rd from the bottom with 11 points. Punchy, looking at a team like Social Club, obviously St. George's is firing on cylinders, but they want to be closer in these games, wouldn't you think?
Oh, yeah. And we're coming down to the second half of the season, the early part of it. After the Christmas break, you would want the Social Club would need to come up with some points. And then you got to look at, well, what most of us thought about this game was going to be St. George will beat this game. Mm-hmm. But Social Club is going to have to think about, okay, who will they be? If they're going to remain in the division, who will they be able to beat? Mm-hmm. They started off a bang, and I like, you like the tenacity the way they were. They fight for everything. But after a while, these are the kind of games that you need to say, listen, can we get a draw out of this? Yeah. And I think Social Club is bordering on one of the teams that are looking at demotion.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Griff, you've seen St. George's play when they play at Village. No surprise with the result. But they seem to be pulling together at the right time at the start of the second half of the season, you think?
Yep. This result was no surprise to me. I had a feeling that they would win, and that's what I picked. They seem to play very well at home. So I could see Social Club struggling, and let's face it, we all know we've been around football. These are the dog days of the season. January and February. It's cool, it's rainy, it's windy, the conditions don't help. People have injuries, cards come into play, we've got suspensions, so teams will struggle, and the deeper teams will fare better. And I think St. George's playing at home is an easy pick.
Well, yeah, definitely. Well, let's turn our attention to today, because eyebrows would have been raised with the result at Southampton Oval, where Paget drew 1-1 with Hamilton Parish. We've been talking about Parish's form in the Premier Division in the league. They're now moved on to 9 points, 1 point ahead of Wolves, 2 points behind Social Club, who have a game in hand. But just the thought of where these two teams are in the league. Hamilton Parish only won 2 games. Paget have won 5. Punchy, when you hear that result, what's your immediate thought?
Well, we picked Paget to win this game.
Yes.
You know,
yeah.
How you were thinking? I think what Griff's also say, guys, coming back from holiday. This is a tough part of the season. Also, it's a real tough part. Your first 2 weeks in January, leading into February, it's tough. You know, people have been away. But I was surprised about that because, you know, Paget, Paget seemed like, okay, they went out to beat Cougars the other night. Right. And then you expect, well, that wasn't, I don't think that was a shock to us, but I think we were expecting Paget to come up with three points.
Yeah.
Of course, they're safe in the league, but, you know, I just thought that there must have been a letdown for them.
Yeah. Well, we saw the message that they unfortunately had a player sent off. Antoine Russell on the bench was sent off the bench in the first half, and then late in the game they had young Tristan was sent off in like the 87th minute. So they were down to 10 men for, I guess, the last 5-10 minutes.
Eventually, as rare cards accumulate at this, like the dog days of the season, when you miss more players, it's going to hurt you.
Yeah, definitely. And you're right, because like you said, we have areas where players are injured. It's cold. Your squad's going to be, if you haven't played all season and you've been sitting on the bench, I ain't coming to sit on the bench in this type of weather. You know, so the numbers are already depleting, especially in like teams in the first division and teams that are struggling in the Premier Division. I'm not coming to sit on the bench in these cold conditions if I know you're even going to look at me. You know, I'm just there to make up the number type of thing. But now here you get these suspensions. Now you're forced to put me in.
So I know it's the Christmas sort over. I know that during the week, Paget got one of their college players to stay a little extra,
right?
And he scored in midweek, but he went back the next day. So that's one player lost who had influence. So
it was Tristan Davis. I forgot his last name, but Tristan Davis was the player sent off in the second half. Yeah.
So will it make a difference to them how they play, having lost a good college player? How they drop, and then Hamilton Parish, because they were depleted at injuries. Do they now have players coming back? So
right.
It could play into this result.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You know, we've talked in depth about Hamilton Parish's struggle to even have players on the bench. Today they had three players on the bench. And believe it or not, Paget had 3 players on the bench, and one was including Coach Russell.
Oh, that's
so. You know, when we're talking about teams, one team struggling to stay up, and another team in the middle of the table. But if you're only getting 15 guys and 14 guys in your roster, it's worrying time, because with all these games coming up, I mean, this week you got the FA Cup coming up. You know, where do you go? How do you make sure that you got a full complement of players to address this enormous amount of football that you'll play in the next 3 or 4 weeks?
It will be a struggle, but if teams progress further in the cup and they have these struggles, that's when the club boosters come back and only fly home college players. So that will play into it further down the line.
This day is over, Griff. This day is over.
I just think that it's funny that we're talking about teams like even Paget showing up with numbers. You know, I mean, just wow. we're having a discussion about, and these teams, we're talking about Patrick, what, fifth in the league? You know,
Yeah.
you got the
Yeah.
FA Cup coming around. They're worrying. We didn't even see this coming.
Right.
But you wonder what's really going on there also, because they seem like they had everything in order up at Patrick, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they got one of the top goal scorers in
Yeah.
the league. You know,
Mhm.
one of the, and we talk about this all the time, but you know, you have a guy scoring a lot of goals, but you're also giving up the same amount of goals you're scoring. So
Yeah.
you know, 23 and 23.
Mhm.
You know, you really can't be giving up that many goals. If you look at North Village now leading the league, they've only given up 12. PAC giving up 14. Dandytown have only given up 10 out of 10 games. So that's a goal a game. You know, that's why they're 1, 2, and 3 right now. If you look at it, you know,
Mhm.
on the bottom end of that, you got Wolves giving up 37, only scoring 16. Parish giving up 30, only scoring 15. Social Club giving up 26 and only scoring 14. You're not going to be, if you're giving up that many goals, you know, that you're giving up almost 3 goals a game, the chance of you getting points, it's going to be very, very difficult.
Yeah.
When teams are fighting for points, and it's one thing to have, say you have numbers, but it's also the quality. If you know quality coming off the bench, people, the opposing coach, if it's worth anything, they will spot that. They say, we will attack that side where the weaker player just came on, and they'll try to exploit it.
Yeah.
Well, we're getting word that Patrick had 2 players having to miss today's game due to yellow cards, but Dowd only gave them 16 players in total.
That's right. Exactly.
So they still have you know what I mean? And now they've lost another player. And the coach sort of thing, you know, so you're back down to your 14 players again for your next game.
But as I said earlier, this is the time of the season when the accumulation of cards come into play, and you'll get extra suspensions.
Yeah.
You watch. Yeah, it seems to be that's so surprising about Patrick. Yeah, you know, that's really surprising. And so in terms of where they're going, like you said, FA next week. There's going to be a part of, and you know, about for them in terms of bouncing back, because really, like I said, I was expecting this game to be. I thought Patrick would definitely have won this game today.
Yeah, especially after the midweek win. They'd have been on a high coming into this one.
Right.
You know, hopefully, it's one of those things, because we often talk about when teams think they already won the match before the referee blows the whistle, because of the struggles that the opponents have. Sometimes you do it and you let them in, and then it's very difficult to get rid of them. And clearly something like that would have happened today with Hamilton Parish still in the game 0-0 at halftime. You start to think, hey, listen, today could be our day to pull something off. And you know, Patrick scored 2 minutes later. Hamilton Parish scored. You know, so the battle remained even for majority of the game. You know, unfortunately, Patrick had those mishaps with the red card with the coach, and then obviously Tristan Davis eventually on the field getting sent off. So you know, it's fun, but and I think Tristan was. I think he was booked. Let me just check. Yeah, Tristan was booked in the 87th and then sent off in the 87th. So
was it 2 yellows or a straight red?
I know it shows yellow and then the red. So
it's a 2 yellow.
He probably got the yellow and maybe said something. I don't know. I wasn't there. Not privy to that. But yeah. If he did, if he didn't, whatever. The referee's report will indicate what the offense was for him sending them off. So
right.
Yeah.
You know, Earl and Griff, these are the kind of games that Paget, even what happened today, they drew, right? This is the kind of thing that shows some mental strength and what the club is going to be about for the future. Because you can have this today's game that they thought maybe they should have won. Well, we thought also, if you look at our predictions. Yeah. But these are the kind of games, see how they respond next week.
Right.
That's going to be important.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Put your head down and grind. It's time.
Put your head down and grind. Yes. Let's have some. Yeah. Let's Let's get back onto this winning mentality, and that's going to be important. And I see that. I think that affects a lot of teams here now.
Sure.
Also,
sure. Let's just quickly go to this. You should have got a card. It was very. You shouldn't have got a card. It was very unfortunate. Okay, all right, and that's the opposing somebody for the opposing team actually saying that. So I guess we'll see what happens if Paget appealed the card and what happens with that. Well, we're going to take our first commercial break, and when we come back, we'll talk about the other Premier Division matches before we are joined by Calvin Patches Deal at the bottom of the hour. We'll be right back.
Time to lace up. The Butterfield and Vallis annual 5K run walk is back on Sunday, January 26th at our Woodlands Road location. Whether you're springing for glory, jogging for fun, or power walking like you're late for lunch, this event is for you. With prizes for top finishers and exciting draw prizes, there's something for everyone. And here's the best part. Proceeds from the event will support Dementia Bermuda, so every step you take makes a difference. Your favorite brands: Coca-Cola, Kraft Heinz, Del Monte, Dannon, Smuckers, Planters, Carolina, and more are making it all possible. Sign up today at racedayworld.com. And don't forget to follow Butterfield and Vallis on social media or visit our website for all the details. The Butterfield and Vallis 5K. It's fun, fitness, and prizes at Woodlands Road. Don't wait, or you'll be running to sign up at the last minute.
Kick off the new year with the hydration you need to keep moving. Recover 180 is organic hydration designed for today's athlete, packed with electrolytes and essential nutrients to fuel your active lifestyle. Whether you're hitting the gym, the field, or just staying refreshed, Recover 180 is your go-to recovery drink. Start your year strong with Recover 180. Lindo's, why go anyplace else?
Beneath the cloud blue sky, where the ocean meets the land, and the long tails fly in Bermuda. Our hearts belong to this beautiful island. As an island, we are strong, proudly Bermudian. In every single way, from the sunrise to the sunset, and every single day for over 135 years. It's been clear, it's silence, proudly Bermudian. Bringing us near. Cause we are proudly Bermudian. Digicel is proudly Bermudian. Digicel is proudly Bermudian.
And welcome back. Well, let's go to the police field where it was a battle of the Devonshires, where Cougars came from behind to defeat Devonshire Colts 2-1. The teams went to the break at 1-1, but then 89th minute earned goal settled the affair for Devonshire Cougars. To me, it was a surprise victory for Devonshire Cougars only because of their form in the league. Griff, your thoughts on Devonshire Cougars?
This is why gambling makes people very poor. I had this game locked up at a draw, looked like a genius. Bro, that seemed to be the result for me. Pretty even the way the boom's going. I was like, oh boy, I got it. Then an 89th minute goal sinks me, and my pick is bad. Don't base your retirement income on gambling. Come up with a better plan.
Punchy, you said you saw a little bit of this game. What's your thoughts on the two teams?
Well, let me start off. I saw the last 10 minutes of the first half, and then I saw the whole second half. The last 10 minutes, but the last 10 minutes, and it was 1-1 when I got there. But I thought at the time Colts were in the game. It wasn't at that time. It wasn't really such a good quality because there's that up and there when the wind comes up there, it causes havoc. You can't play the ball how you want to. A lot of times that you have to resort to the obvious ball going across one way. Mm-hmm. But the second half begun, and I thought in the first 5 minutes, Coach should have had a goal. There was a ball put on the top, And if I think I forget his name, that's been scoring the goals for him, the tall center forward.
Oh, Shamel.
Yeah, I thought that he should have just a little bit more pace because the ball was dropped to the top and it was just between him. I thought that could have been a goal. And then before Cougars scored, Colts had two clear-cut chances. Now Cougars was dominating this game. Cougars were dominating the game. Colts couldn't put together passes. I thought Cougars had the better of the second half, but still the chance fell for one of the players, and I think it was center half. I think it was Dublin. It could have been the Dublin. He got upfield and he was put through one-on-one, and it should have been a goal. I said, this is going to be a goal. And when he missed that, I was like, wow. And like I said, that's the kind of games that I think Colts, that's where maybe the inexperience comes in.
Mm-hmm.
And that would, I think they would have got the 3 points, even though they were being outplayed.
Right.
But, I just think that at times when we talk about damage to Colts, at times there's certain things about them that shows a lack of experience. Where they really need this goal meant something. This goal, they have everything that, they fight hard. Sometimes when they're playing away from him, I think they play better when they're away from him because you can see much more quality. It depends on the field they're playing on. But I'm saying that I just think that, it shows something about them, about what else can they do? They just need something, out-and-out goal score. They need to be scoring. They need to be winning games like this when they were being outplayed and these chances fall and you don't score. And then look what happens in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That's true in any league. The consistency is what separates a mid-table team from a top-of-the-table team. You don't bounce back and forth. So if they find that consistency, and maybe you're right, it is that one player that galvanizes them that they need.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. As we had Ray Jones on last week, and he said, he shows the players, where things went wrong, where things went right. So he'll have an opportunity to sit some of those players down who missed those opportunities and just show them through the video of maybe you should have taken your time and done this. So next time this occurs, you just want to take your time and put the ball away, kind of thing. So it's also a learning thing for them. We talk about their youthfulness, but their youthfulness has been together for a long time. He keeps putting youngsters in, and they're still learning as well. So the mistakes will happen. Cougars with their experience. Kwame has them playing pretty decent. It's just that they haven't been able to put teams away. I mean, Punchy, you talk about how they dominated the game with possession and so forth, but looking pretty and losing is not good.
Yeah. I think Cougars is not. From what I saw today, I still think they're a bit off, even though they won this game today. They dominated the game. They seem to be coming into the earn a bit in this game as the game wore on.
Mm-hmm.
What you can expect of them. But I'm still not convinced about them. I'm not convinced that they've come full, they're back on track yet.
Yeah.
I'm not convinced about that yet. There's LeJean Simmons. Is he? I don't think he played today. Am I got his name? LeJean, who was
yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he played today. But they still, out of the two teams today, they adapted better, and they dug in. And but I still I see Cougars, for me, they're still not at the best yet. What I think what we expect of them.
Right. And the final Premier Division game was at Bernard Park, where PHC defeated Wolves 3-1. You look at a team like PHC, and these two teams met at PHC earlier in the season. What was it, 11-12?
11.
Yeah, 11-1.
Yeah, 11-1, right.
Yeah. PHC's played them twice since then, and the scores have not reflected that first score. So Wolves have learned a lot. They just need to figure out how they're going to break down other teams. If you can stop a team that scored 11 against you, you play them twice and you haven't conceded more than 5 goals in each game, you've learned something from that. So they have to just really go back and figure out how they're going to defend against the rest of these teams in order to get out of the Premier Division. Things don't look good, but they have hope. If you're losing to the defending champions 3-1, you got to be doing something halfway decent. Griff, your thoughts on a team like Wolves?
Well, let's just be frank. I don't think any of us pick Wolves to win this game.
No.
So right now you're looking at like small victories. So if you're saying, okay, they only let in 3, okay, but this game was never in jeopardy for PHC, and to be frank, is a gulf in talent on these teams. So it is unrealistic. I think we would have been sitting there shocked if Wolves won. So
right,
the result, whether like it could have been more or been closer, is PHC got the 3 points. So nothing more to say.
Yeah. What do you, Punchy? What's your take on PHC of late? I mean, they've lost 4 games in the league, but the consistency of them, it's been up and down this year, hasn't it?
No, yeah. Which we didn't expect it, because we'll go back about 3 weeks, or maybe in late November, when these results, we were surprised by the results that they were, they lost to Paget at home.
Yes.
So, there seems to be right now in this period that they're going through, and like Griffin said, that we expect that there is a gulf in terms of quality between the both teams. But I just think that they're going through this period now that you're going to see this. What you see with PHC, they're great. Let's say they're going to in the FA Cup coming up. I don't know who they picked against, but. Oh yeah. Well, we have to make a decision on that game, and then we have to make our picks. But I think it's one of those times. A team, they won. The team's just going through a period right now. And a team like that, and remember, they're a young team too. They're not got a lot of old players. They're a young team. Yeah. So that I think that's and what they did last year. Can they again produce the same results? I don't think so. And I think there's still it's a period they're going through right now.
They're gonna have to, if they want to repeat as champions, they're gonna have to go on a run now, because the Dandenong Hornets have 2 games in hand on them, and they're 2 points behind them, and 1 game in North Village, and they're 2 points behind them. But if PHC is looking at retaining their title, they're going to have to go on a run, as well as beat both North Village and Dandenong along the way.
That's right.
We've seen the North Village and Dandenong meet, so they don't have to worry anymore. They just have to worry about a PHC now, and the rest of the league kind of thing. But the head-to-head for them is the bigger head-to-head for them is over, because they've already faced each other.
Yeah, that's true. Very true, Earl. Very true about North Village and Dandenong, right? So PHC has got a bit of quandary in terms of they're going to be up against North Village and Town. And I think both of those games are away. I do think so.
Yeah,
I think both of those games are away from her.
PHC has been battle tested over the last few years. Look, they had the winner-take-all game at the end of last season. And they've been through this before, and a lot of those players have experienced it. So I think they're up for the challenge.
Well, we'll have to see. I mean, the season will tell as the games go on. It's just a matter of who can hold their nerve. You brought it up last year where they held their nerve up at the stadium against North Village. Scored first and it sort of brought this whole different light to the game, and then obviously PHC scored the equalizer and then got the winner to win the league. So these next few weeks will tell. Especially we get the break for FA Cup this week, but then these teams, top of the table and bottom of the table in the Premier Division, will have to keep an eye on what they need to do week in and week out to get these points. So, what we're going to do.
You better believe that PHC, they will have 8 guys on their bench every week for the rest of the season.
Oh yeah,
they have depth.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But it's funny, you look at these scores referring to PHC. I consider that North number, but every time we come up, North Village come up against them, they always seem to get the better of North Village now. And then it's the opposite. Look what happened with Taunton. But it's just the opposite, I think that game between PHC and Denny Taunton is going to be a real cliffhanger. I'm telling you. I really do believe so. Yeah, and even with North Village, I think. Yeah.
Well, we're going to take our second commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to be joined by the interim head coach of North Village Rams, Kelvin Patches-Dill. We'll be right back.
It's time to lace up. The Butterfield and Vallis annual 5K run walk is back on Sunday, January 26th at our Woodlands Road location. Whether you're springing for glory, jogging for fun, or power walking like you're late for lunch, this event is for you. With prizes for top finishers and exciting draw prizes, there's something for everyone. And here's the best part. Proceeds from the event will support Dementia Bermuda, so every step you take makes a difference. Your favorite brands: Coca-Cola, Kraft Heinz, Del Monte, Dannon, Smuckers, Planters, Carolina, and more are making it all possible. Sign up today at racedayworld.com. And don't forget to follow Butterfield and Vallis on social media or visit our website for all the details. The Butterfield and Vallis 5K. It's fun, fitness, and prizes at Woodlands Road. Don't wait, or you'll be running to sign up at the last minute.
Kick off the new year with the hydration you need to keep moving. Recover 180 is organic hydration designed for today's athlete, packed with electrolytes and essential nutrients to fuel your active lifestyle. Whether you're hitting the gym, the field, or just staying refreshed, Recover 180 is your go-to recovery drink. Start your year strong with Recover 180. Lindo's, why go anyplace else?
Beneath the cloud blue sky, where the ocean meets the land, and the long tails fly in Bermuda. Our hearts belong to this beautiful island. As an island, we are strong, proudly Bermudian. In every single way, from the sunrise to the sunset, and every single day for over 135 years. It's been clear, Lady Silence, proudly Bermudian. Bringing us near. Cause we are proudly Bermudian. Digicel is proudly Bermudian. Digicel is proudly Bermudian.
And welcome back. We want to welcome in Patches-Dill. Patches, first of all, good evening. Last year this time you looked better in the blue that you were wearing, but now you're wearing that red.
Yeah, he looks twice as good in red, though.
It looks like it's about to go out and field off for Bailey's Bay, man.
Yes.
Oh, okay. No minutes. Yeah, you might be right. Patches, you've had to take over the team. You've had some success. What would you consider has been a big challenge for you going back to Bernard Park to facilitate taking over the duties at North Village?
The challenge was that the position of me and now I weren't expecting it right away. That's the first challenge. Then was the challenge of getting to know the players. I hadn't been around them players for years, so I didn't know. I had to learn how to adapt to them.
Right. And obviously because of temperaments and different issues and so forth, how did you manage that over the first couple of months and then into the Dudley Eve?
Well, I just know they know my history of coaching, and I had the likes of Jamaica Dennis that's been around them for the last 3 years. So it's a big help to me. So it's just letting them know that we're here to play football, we're here to have fun, and let's get the job done.
Yeah. I'll throw you over to Punchy. I know he's got a stack of questions.
Hey, good evening, Coach. Good to have you on the show. First of all, I want to congratulate you. I mean, you take this position over and the turnaround. What I've seen with the team, you go into a period where you have to change. I see a change in the team also. And I think the team has gotten an identity that you have, again, along with Jamaica and the other coaches, which I'm doing a very good job. I think the team now seems to have an identity. First of all, when I look statistically wise, there's less goals being scored against you, number one. You're scoring more goals also. And I think also there seems to like players seeming to enjoy what they're doing. And I just think that it's a remarkable turnaround thus far. They haven't won nothing as yet. But what is it that you put that down to?
I just came there. Like I said, I came from a group of guys that love to play the game of football. I tell them we're here to not waste each other's time. When we come, make sure we put the work in. Yes. And then you just start building the team from your goalkeeper back, the goalkeeper to the front. And once you get people and put them in place, it all works out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know that in the few times that we've talked, Patches, about the team, you said one of the main things that you wanted to do when you got there, because everybody's there because they like playing football, but you wanted to make them enjoy it, have fun, like express themselves. We felt before that players were more afraid to make mistakes before you got there. Now you're like, look, mistakes are going to happen, enjoy the game. And that it seems to be what, like Punch was saying, it seems to be what is happening on the field.
And yes, and first of all, in Bermuda, we're amateurs, so we have to, guys that got our lives outside of the game of football. So when they come to the football training sessions, any pitch, let's come to enjoy ourselves, company. Whatever you got going on outside the football field, leave that alone for them 2 hours. Yes? And then you just build a unity. You build a unity. You make sure guys understand that you might not be playing today, and this is why. We have to also manage, like I said earlier, guys' emotions, different mentalities of what guys want to do. You know what I mean? But you have to know how to manage them. And with the help of Tariq and Jamaica, you guys are doing a good job at doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you had that setback. The field opened last week. You've been waiting for this all season. You had the setback loss to St. George's. What was the message this week in training in the lead up to taking on Dandytown? Because obviously, you're in a dogfight with them and also PAC in trying to win this league.
Yeah, and it's just good to let them know that they're stressing. You're him. Nobody can come in my house and just take my feet off my tail and then they'll walk out. So you have to instill that you have to have more fight at home than you do outside. But always come with some fight. If Village wins the fight, we win the match because we can play football.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Patch, I think I'm sorry, Earl. Patch, I think I spoke with you also, what you're creating that, what I've seen of North Village also about defensively. Even yesterday's game, one of the brightest stars, the ones that's been scoring goals for Dandytown, he didn't have a good look at goal at all, hardly any times at goals. What I've seen, is it, and I've noticed also that you also tend to keep with what's working, especially at the back. Is that a good way? Do you see that being a positive thing? Now it's benefiting that you can have these partnerships that remain, like these guys that have been playing at the back. And I have to keep saying at the back because I just see a very good what you do defensively. Is that also? I know you don't seem to flirt too much of changing the team. Is that a plus? Has that been a plus?
Yes, that is a plus because if it ain't broken, don't fix it. Yeah, if it ain't broken, don't fix it. So what I tell my players, my other defensive players, that if you do get your chance, take it. So I don't have to change it. You know what I mean? So, and once your back foot is steady, you can always fix what's out in front of it. Yes, you can always fix it in front of it.
Right. And Patrick, the other thing I want to ask you about certain positions. The person that you used in the left back who was used as a midfielder for North Village, I forget, came from Eagles, I forget his name. He's doing a wonderful job at left back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's what I'm adding to. And you have the only time you've ever pushed him into midfield. So that's paramount. Are you saying that, I won't call you a defensive coach, but in terms of what you expect from those guys, and you seem to turn the team around defensively really good.
But even talking to Chemo said when he played for Rangers, he had played at left back. So why not put him back in his natural position? That's because I got guys in front of him that could play in their positions. So when you use a Jaden Harvey before the start of the season, this guy comes along, and if you notice, that guy's played every game for me. 90 minutes every game. Unless he put his hand up, he come off.
Right.
So again, you want to stop girls because you could always score girls. But if you're not scoring girls and you're not stopping girls, you're gonna be in trouble. So let's stop the girls first. Going forward, we're missing girls. We can also fix that going forward. But as long as my back five is steady, I shouldn't have a problem.
Right.
Patrick, it was mentioned earlier that now the field is now being used since the work when the lights is done. So I got sucked into refereeing the Masters game that happened before the Premier game yesterday. So I got to run all over the field. You notice that field is in much better shape because it hasn't been used than it would normally be at this time of year. Like it's the grass is plush. Normally the goal areas are chewed up, but everything was good. So do you think this will be somewhat of an advantage, having the field in better shape for the remainder of the season?
Yes, most definitely. That field feels like a carpet. As a matter of fact, the game before St. George's, I ended up walking on the field as soon as I got down there, and I felt my feet like pushing. This is a good practice, man. This is a good service to play football on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, there's a good advantage to it. You know, I just need now to get down there and be able to train on it. You know what I mean? Because I haven't been able to train down there as yet. But other than that, the field's in good shape. And I want to thank the groundsmen for what they've done to make it in good shape.
Yeah. Patrick Griff said he was refereeing yesterday. The pictures I saw was his hands on his hip and the whistle was in his pocket. So I didn't know if he was a spectator or the referee. So.
I think that would be photography.
He is an in-circle referee.
Staying in the circle.
Yeah.
But Patrick, I must say, through the years, even when because I always refer to when North Village was struggling, they in certain positions they lacked players. There was a period where they didn't have a regular goalkeeper, but you have that now. You didn't have a regular center half. You didn't have a regular striker, and they struggled. But now that you have these embedded people that are doing their job, how much more comfortable are you as a coach in making sure that the legwork is done so everybody does what's required of them to be successful?
It's nice to have the numbers, like, you know what I mean, the numbers, and everybody challenging everybody for their positions.
Right.
So everybody has to come and be ready at any time. You know what I mean? So it's just football, and it's just most of you guys enjoying themselves, yeah, and getting the job done. And one thing about them, they back each other, they trust each other, and they don't slack, give you no slack. If you're slacking, not only they make my job, they make our coaching staff do it a lot easier.
I have one last question before I let Punchy and Griff finish. You're on the top of the table. You played 11 games, got 22 points. PHC's played 12, got 22, and Dandy Towns got 10, played 10, got 20. As a coach, where you like to sit? On top?
Yes, on top. I want to be hunted.
You like to be hunted?
I like to be hunted, and I could dodge you. Being hunted, I know who's hunting me. I could dodge you. Yeah, I could dodge you.
I know how Kyle feels about it. How you feel about games in hand?
I don't like them, but I gotta get there. I gotta get them. I gotta get the points. Anything could happen. It's local football. Anything could happen. Games are playing in 90 minutes,
Well,
95.
one thing for sure, you've shown the rest of the league that Dendy Town can be beaten because they were on a run for quite some time.
Yes.
You know, they were looking good for quite some time towards leading up to Christmas and even after Christmas and so forth. Yeah, but Punchy?
Hey, Patch, the other thing we're talking about defensively, but what's it like with Jonte? That combination seems to be just banging the goals in, Jai Bean, and that combination, Jai and Jonte. I'm wondering also why Jonte hasn't been selected for the national program, as in just case, you know. But anyway, what's it like? What is seeing that combination work with the addition? Well, I know Sadeo Deal is going back to school, but what's it like seeing those two play together? Can they get even better? What did you find about those two playing together?
First and foremost, they're both international players. They're both professional players to me. Yeah. So eventually, you just keep the young guys sharp. Yeah, fit, sharp, and they're gonna dug a record out together on the field. It ain't much you can say to them. You know what I mean? Because they already have it. They already have it. And you're looking at the national squad, girls score. You're looking at Jonte that just came back from playing professional football, playing for 2 years down St. George's. Some leading girls score down there. So he just naturally has it and it's benefiting Joy.
Yes, it should be. Yeah, it is.
Punchy, I'll let you have the final question.
Yeah. Last but not least, I say, the home games, what we're talking about. Some people were saying that about the quality and the way they're playing now, Norfolk in itself. What are your expectations in terms of this year? I know you got the league. I think you still got the FA. Yeah. And you got a big game coming up next week with this game coming with Devonshire Colts. Am I correct?
Yes, Sunday.
Yes. It's up at Police Field, though. Yeah. And what are your expectations for the team?
Hey, take every game, one game at a time. Give me 110%, because that's what the coaching staff can give you guys, and that's all we ask for. That's all we ask for. Take one game at a time. Play the 90 minutes. Play with all your heart. Know you represent the Bears. Know you're playing with your mates, your brethren. Yes, that's cool until you get the growth on. That's what we're here to do.
Yeah.
All right.
I see that.
Yeah. Well, Patrick, we want to wish you all the best for the remainder of the season. As we know, the road isn't always as smooth as we would like it to be. There's going to be bumps in the road, but just remember that everybody's got to go through the same bumps. So good luck. You got Bernard Park back open. Hopefully, like you said, you get an opportunity to train on the ground, to be regularly to be playing on there. We can't wait to have that first night game. Obviously, the excitement all around.
Yes.
So again, good luck, and wish you all the best for the remainder of the season.
Yes, I appreciate you guys. Always a pleasure talking to you guys. Thank you to your coach.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Coach.
You guys enjoy the rest of your night.
All right. So we're going to take another commercial break, and when we come back, we'll talk First Division and then our pick. We'll be right back.
Lunch, this event is for you. With prizes for top finishers and exciting draw prizes, there's something for everyone. And here's the best part. Proceeds from the event will support Dementia Bermuda, so every step you take makes a difference. Your favorite brands, Coca-Cola, Kraft Heinz, Del Monte, Dannon, Smuckers, Planters, Carolina, and more are making it all possible. Sign up today at racedayworld.com. And don't forget to follow Butterfield and Vallis on social media or visit our website for all the details. The Butterfield and Vallis 5K. It's fun, fitness, and prizes at Woodlands Road. Don't wait, or you'll be running to sign up at the last minute.
Kick off the new year with the hydration you need to keep moving. Recover 180 is organic hydration designed for today's athlete, packed with electrolytes and essential nutrients to fuel your active lifestyle. Whether you're hitting the gym, the field, or just staying refreshed, Recover 180 is your go-to recovery drink. Start your year strong with Recover 180. Lindo's, why go anyplace else?
Pink signs, Beneath the clear blue sky, where the ocean meets the land, and the long tails fly in Bermuda. Our hearts belong to this beautiful island. As an island, we are strong, proudly Bermudian. In every single way, from the sunrise to the sunset, and every single day for over 135 years. It's been clear, Digicel is proudly Bermudian, bringing us near. Cause we are proudly Bermudian. Digicel is proudly Bermudian. Digicel is proudly Bermudian.
And welcome back. Well, gentlemen, one of the I was surprised at this result, but the two teams have been playing close games all season. At BAA Field, it was Boulevard Blazers 2, Somerset Trojans 2. We've been talking about the state of where the Somerset Trojans have been. It's been a disappointing season for them, but they were able to come to town and get a draw against a Boulevard team that is pushing for that second promotion spot. Griff?
Yeah, I thought Boulevard would take this based on Somerset's form. So I'm surprised. And again, Somerset would play better at home. So coming to town and getting a point was surprising to me.
Griff, I mean, I'm sorry, Punchy, your thoughts on Boulevard Blazers? I mean, they've been up and down since they won the Shield.
Yeah, they still they have it. The results have not been going the way, but it's not like they're losing, but you're just expecting that this would have been a victory, and I'm sure we picked them for them to beat Somerset. But I guess again, like this time of the year. It could be again a little hangover still from the winning the Shield, but I think Boulevard, as we said, have the players to really probably compete with Crossroads for promotion. So maybe this is just a little stumbling block for them right now.
Right.
But I still see them, which I thought at first you don't know which one to get, but they still they're not losing. So maybe a little stumbling block, but I still see what they're going to be okay for the season. And I think they're one of the promotion hopefuls now.
Yeah, definitely. Well, they're in the driver's seat in the first division. They're in second place. They're on 18 points, but played a game in hand. Played one game more than Crossroads, who are on 22 points. We want to go to that Crossroads St. David's game. Crossroads won 7-2 against David's down at St. David's. St. David's had two players sent off, one in the 27th minute and one in the 59th minute. They would have been down when the first player got sent off. They were down 1-0, but then it just imploded after that and conceded 7 goals. But Crossroads, Punchy, you've been impressed with them all season.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we kind of. I said, I keep repeating it. What's going on down there again? When they were promoted a couple of years ago, with the coach back, the discipline is definitely there. Look at the results, and we're not talking about just 3 or 4 goals. We're talking about 7. Wow. I just see them being promoted. I do now. I do. Yeah. It's like. They're just cruising past teams now. Yeah. And you know what happens when you start winning like that? You get comfortable. And then the FA is coming up this week, so it's going to be a good time also. So it'd be good to see who they have. But I just think that, again, what we're talking about the coach and what's going on down there, again, a rejuvenation. And it's remarkable, too. It's remarkable what's going on down there now.
Yeah. Griff, your thoughts on St. David's? I mean, before you came to the show, they were in the mix of looking like they were getting promoted, but since December, it's been a total different results.
Yeah, they've had a few lopsided results recently. So based on formula, Crossroads is flying high and St. David's is dipping. So this was an easy pick. I didn't quite think that the deficit in this game will be quite so large. So that's a little surprising, but I think we were all probably we picked Crossroads. Like this wasn't a surprise.
Pretty much we all picked Crossroads. Yeah.
So I think like Punchy said, you can just one of the promotion spots is going. It's not as dominant as Devonshire Colts last year when they went undefeated, but they seem like they're locked up that first promotion spot, and everybody's fighting for the other spot. Sure.
There was a first division game that was due to be played last night, but has been moved to Tuesday night as Robin Hood had several players involved in the All-Star game, the Bermuda School Sports Federation All-Star game yesterday. So Social Club and Robin Hood will play on Tuesday night. But the final first division game was up Southampton Oval, where Southampton Rangers defeated Vasco 5-3. Vasco scoring 3 goals in a match. They basically have scored 13 goals all season in the league, but conceded 26. Southampton Rangers moved up to third, having played 10 games on 13 points with the victory. Since 2025, Southampton Rangers have been a totally different team. What'd you say, Punch?
Oh yeah. Well, we expected this result, but we expected Rangers to beat this game. It is a turnaround, isn't it? How will they keep this up? Will they be promoted? I don't think so. I just think that what's up there is Keith. Would you think they would? I think that Keith is suggesting that talking to the players, look, we can be promoted. I think he's just trying to build momentum there for what's coming next. If it's going to be next year, they're going to be much stronger, get a recruitment. Right. But it is a turnaround for them.
Yeah.
So what's brought about the turnaround? Because in the beginning of the season they were struggling, and they wanted. Did Keith convince more players to come with him? Were they late transfers? Because it seems like the team is much different now.
Yeah, I just think now he's gotten the players in the positions he wants them in. Right. I think there's been a few additions, but he's got the players in the positions that he wants them in. Got them playing the way he wants them to play, and they're brought into the system now. When you have a coach come in, sometimes players, I'm set. This is the way I play. I don't play no other way. But the more time you get to work with them in training, there's opportunity to convince them that, if you do this, then the team could do this, as opposed to if you do this, you can do that, So, and Keith's experienced enough to know, how to get his message across. And now I think they've all started to believe in the system. I think they've left it just a touch too late. They're 5 points behind Boulevard, who are in second, and they played one more game than Boulevard. So it's you're right, Punchy. Maybe he should be looking to see what they can get out of this season, and then look to get some more players in next season and make a run for promotion right from the start, as opposed to having a sloppy start and then find yourself, chasing a Crossroads and a Boulevard to get a promotion spot.
Yeah,
giving up 3 goals to that's a little bit concerning, because when you get other teams, that if your defense can defend against Vasco, then there's other teams.
Well, remember at the beginning of the season, they were leaking goals left, right, and center. And I mean, if you look at it, now they're almost caught up. They conceded 3 and scored 21. And look at it. It was 5 goals today. They had only scored 16 going into the game and given up 20. But, they closed the gap somewhat. It's just, you're right. You have to stop leaking in these goals. They're only St. David's and Vasco have given up more goals than them. St. David's given up 32. Vasco's given up 26.
Right.
They needed 4 goals today to win. They're not going to score 4 goals every week.
But that's true.
Well, exactly. I think you're right, Riff, because I don't think when you talk about Rangers come up against the Crossroads and the Boulevards, I don't see them beating those games.
Yeah.
And even I just don't see them.
Yeah, if they're giving up 3 goals against a Vasco team at the bottom of the table, struggling to score goals, they're gonna when they face like the Boulevard and the Crossroads, they're gonna be defensively. They're gonna be in trouble. Keith's gonna have to figure out how to first stop this. There's opportunities and then try to create some for himself. For his team to try to come out at least with a point, or if not all 3. So. It's that time of the year. If they want to make that push, they're going to have to figure out beat the teams below them and also beat the teams above them, which is going to be very difficult at this on the current form.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. So let's look at our picks from this past week. You're right. Everybody's all right. We started off with yesterday's match. St. George's and Social Club. We all took St. George's, and they won that 4-1. North Village and Dandytown. Myself and Griff, we took Dandytown. Punchy, you took a draw.
I took a draw, yep.
North Village proved us all wrong in getting a 2-0 win. Paget at Hamilton Parish, we all took Paget based on Hamilton Parish's current league form. But they surprised us today and came away with a 1-1 draw. Devonshire Colts and Devonshire Cougars. Myself and Punchy, we both took Devonshire Colts. Griff, you had said it earlier, you was on your way for that point before. One of them girls failed you, so none of us got a there. We all took PHC to beat Wolves, and PHC did that 3-1. We all took Boulevard Blazers to defeat the Somerset Trojans. Unfortunately for us, that game ended 2-2. We all took Crossroads to defeat St. David's, and that ended 7-2. And we all took Southampton Rangers to defeat Vasco, and that ended 5-3 in Southampton Rangers' favor, with the one game to be played, the Robin Hood Somerset Eagles. And it's funny enough, Punchy, you and I have taken Robin Hood, and Griff, you took Somerset Eagles for that game. So, as it stands now, we all had 4 points from this week. And taking the 5 for myself from last week, I'm on 9. Punchy, you had 4 last week. You're on 8. And Griff, you had 5 last week, and you are on 9. So, depending on the result on Tuesday night between Robin Hood and Somerset Bridge, the standings could change.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm hoping that all those Robin Hood kids that played the All-Star game, the parents didn't let them out that late that night.
All right. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay.
Parents, if you're listening, make them do the homework.
You better hope that Somerset Eagles aren't feeling cool that night and show up.
Yes.
Come on, Eagles.
All right. Now, it's FA Cup week. Friday night at the Devonshire Recreation Club. It is Devonshire Cougars hosting Wolves. I'm going to take Devonshire Cougars. Punchy?
I'm going to go with that also, Earl, from today's victory. I'm going to go with that, especially even FA Cup. Cougars got something to prove, and it's a cup game. So I don't see them win the league, but I do see them doing pretty good in this cup. So I'll pick Cougars to win this one.
Okay.
It's big unanimous. Cougars, yep. There's a no-brainer thing.
All right. On Saturday, Punchy, this is a tricky one.
Yep.
Saturday at Lords and St. David's. St. David's host Tough Dogs.
Oh, whoa. Oh. You know what, man? Oh, that's gonna be. I think Keyshawn's playing, and let's see how that's gonna work. But you know what? I'm gonna go for upset on this one.
You're getting Tough Dogs?
I'm gonna go with Tough Dogs.
Okay, Griff.
St. David's at him. I'm gonna see the pride's gonna kick in. Fans be there. I'm not like Punchy. I'm getting smacked back Cinderella. I'm getting St. David's.
Well, with the loss of players today, they'll probably be short. I'm actually gonna go with Punchy on this. I'm going with Tough Dogs. I think the spirit is down in St. David's. They need something to lift them up. Who knows on Saturday? But on Corn Farm, I'm gonna go with Tough Dogs because they have experienced players and they'll be up for a Saturday afternoon, just as if they were playing in the Corona League. So I'm gonna go with Tough Dogs. All right, Saturday night out at BAA. Griff, you're up. The Dandytown Hornets host Padgett.
I will take Dandytown.
Okay, I'm gonna take Dandytown as well. Punchy?
Yeah, I'm gonna take Town to win this year. Also, you guys, I think they're gonna be up for this. You know,
They'll bounce back from that loss.
yeah, they'll bounce back after this loss. I really do think so.
Okay, now on Sunday at 12 o'clock at Police Field. This one should be interesting. I'm actually going to write this name down before I say who I'm going to root for. Young Man Social Club host Crossroads.
Ooh. Whoa.
I am taking Crossroads. Punchy.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you this right now. I'm going with you on that one, Earl. I'm gonna go with you. That momentum's not gonna shift. I think they're gonna come up in full blast. I think, yeah, Crossroads to win this.
Griff?
Yeah, I'm with you guys. I'm good Crossroads.
Now we're giving Young Man Social Club something to prove us wrong with.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, Griff. Punchy. At 12 o'clock at Wellington Oval, Hamilton Parish faced the Terrace Onions, another Corona League team.
Who are they? Who's that on?
Hamilton Parish
Yes.
faced the Terrace. Used to be Flanagan's. Flanagan's.
Flanagan's Onions, Emerald Onions. Oh,
Yeah.
I think you know what it's as much as I see what we're talking about with Hamilton Parish. I think for the FA Cup, I think Parish is a little bit going to be a little bit much for them. I'm good with Parish to win this one.
Okay. Griff?
I agree. Parish is going to be too much, especially after the decent result they got today. Parish.
Yeah. So it's gonna be unanimous with Hamilton Parish. All right, Griff. The spotlight's on you at 2:30 up at the Police Field. Devonshire Colts hosts the North Village Rams.
I will go with. Hope is still listening. Going with you this week, Patches. I apologize for not picking Village last week. Got to take them this week.
I'm gonna take the Rams as well. Punchy?
I'm gonna go with you guys on that. I think from what I saw today, and speaking with the coach and what I saw on Saturday, I think Village is really going to be up for that. It's not going to be easy. That's not one of the easiest play, and especially if the conditions are not conducive for ball playing. I think it's going to be a tough one, but I think I'm going to go with Village to win this.
Yeah. The next match is 2:30 at Wellington Oval. St. George's Colts face Inter BDA. I think St. George's are on a roll right now, and they would not come in thinking that they're going to walk over this team, although it's a Corona League team. They're going to put it out of the way in the first half. So I'm going to go with St. George's on this game. Punchy?
Yeah, me also, Earl. I think from the last couple of weeks' results, St. George's look like they're bouncing back. Mm-hmm. What we thought it was take a little bit more time for them to adjust to the new coach. I think that victory against Village has propelled them into just confidence. I think I see St. George's to win this.
Sure. And Griff?
Just like you guys, I think St. George's had a good result this weekend against a Premier League team. So Inter, I think they don't stand a chance. The holes have got to be licking their lips. I think they're gonna score a lot of goals in this game. St. George's.
Okay. And the final FA Cup game. If I'd have said these two teams were meeting maybe 10 years ago, Somerset Cricket Club will be rammed as the Trojans will host the Zebras at 2:30 at Somerset Cricket Club. Times have changed. Punchy, you're up first.
Woo! That's gonna be something else up there. Yeah, you're right, and you're right about the way you explained it. Going back 15, 20 years ago, this would have been wow. But with PHC, I think experience. I think I'm gonna go with PHC to win this one up there at Somerset.
Okay, Griff.
Punchy, I think you're trying to bait us. This ain't even a tough choice. This is PHC. PHC is gonna go up there and wreak havoc.
Yeah, I think, and Punchy, you wouldn't know this because we've been talking about it all season. Somerset Trojans' form at home has been extremely bad.
Yeah.
They've lost most of their matches at the Somerset Cricket Club, including the final on New Year's Day. So I'm going to take PHC as well with this match. Somerset might have gotten a point today against the Boulevard Blazers. That was away from home, but they haven't been playing well at home. Hopefully the issue has been resolved up Somerset and the field has been reopened for that match, so at least they can get that underway. So there you have it, gentlemen. Another edition of the Island Stats Football Show. We'll get the players of the week over the last 2 weeks. We'll do those next week, and we'll see how we make out in the FA Cup.
Okay.
Okay.
I expect to be in the lead after next week.
You at the top of the show, Griff. You said, "Don't be a betting man."
Yeah. Hey,
I thought what he said.
All that means is that I'm just better than you two dum-dums.
Thanks a lot, Griff.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
They nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
In the land of the blind, one-eyed man is king.
Okay. All right. Enjoy your night, folks. We'll be back next week, Sunday at 6 o'clock with another edition of the Island Stats Football Show. Have a good night.
All right, guys.
Take care.